Otak, Han here. I have a piece of shit in one of my hand and my friend Min is gonna guess which hand is it. Min, which hand is the shit in? Right hand? I'm sorry, you're incorrect. Would you like to try again? Left hand. I'm sorry. I lied. Now that was pretty obvious given that both of my palms were open in the beginning of the video. But even when all the evidence is against me, why do we still lie? I am now lying on my bed. The concept of deceiving can be quite sophisticated and taking advantage of others can be quite shellfish. Double entendre, puns. It is a way of lying without actually lying. But we don't just lie verbally, we lie visually as well. Ta-da!
Several bad puns later.
Lying is a big part of our life. It's human nature to lie. Last night, Su Ling and I studied biology together. Now what does that mean? It is left open to interpretation whether you choose to believe it in the literal sense or the implied meaning behind it. But people often forget that lying, just like trust, is a two-way street. The power of lying emerges when someone else agrees to believe in the lie. We lie about 300% more when we meet strangers than our family and friends, mainly because we want to be likable or to avoid confrontation. Lying is a very intricate and complex form of communication and it takes years to master it. Luckily, we started lying at a very young age. Toddlers as young as 2 years old will cry whenever they seek attention, but will stop doing so if there's no audience.
Already starting to get up.
By the time they are 5, they get better at lying by matching their facial expression and the tone of their voice. This is when kids realizes that people aren't mind readers, so they lie about 1 out of every 5 interactions. And by the time they become teenagers, that number would have grown exponentially. However, lying has an evolutionary benefit to mankind. Stories about creatures and monsters can teach children about the dangerous world that we live in and prompt them to be more careful. Lying can also give hope to a terminally ill patient, which might ignite the placebo effect, thus saving their lives. In Christianity, the 9th commandment states, "Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor." Every time we lie, we try our best to justify ourselves. White lies can be considered harmless and even beneficial in the long run. Contextual lying is stating part of the information while withholding other, giving it a false impression. Plagiarism is just stealing and lying. And there's over 30 types of lie that we can express, such as bad faith, bad face lie, big lie, bluffing.
12 seconds later.
We're so good at lying, we even lie to ourselves. Pathological liars. People who compulsively lie, cheat, and manipulate others. These people are masters of self-deception. Whenever they lie, they wholeheartedly believe in their own lie. This is due to the liar's brain structure having about 25% more white matter in their prefrontal cortex, which makes them easier to mimic authentic emotions. But even so, they roughly have 14% less grey matter, meaning that they have lower tendency of having critical thinking, which is essential to long-term planning. We live in the post-truth era where it's very easy to cherry-pick any data and come to whatever conclusion we desire. It is a culture where debate is framed largely by the appeal of emotion, disconnected with the details of reality. Confirmation bias. It is a tendency to interpret new evidence as confirmation of one's existing belief and theories. It can alter and skew the perception in reality. Instead of searching how does marijuana affect the brain, confirmation bias will influence people to search for why is weed good for you.
Smoke weed every day.
You cannot put your answer in the question you're asking. That is just you trying to justify your previous belief and trying your best to reassure yourself. That is not seeking the truth. Something struck my mind. Everything that we've been discussing up till now has been backed by statistics and numbers. 300% more 1 out of every 5, 30 types of light, 25% more, 14% less grey matter. But who's to say numbers don't lie? Give me a moment.
A few moments later.
So I've conducted a study on the leading cause of death in Malaysia from 2013 to 2014. Some of the top causes are IHD, pneumonia, septicemia. Let's compare men and women and find out which of the group is getting healthier. In 2013 to 2014, there was an increased total number of deaths by IHD from 7,060 to 7,925. But in the case of pneumonia, it dropped from 5,344 to 5,333. Septicemia, on the other hand, had about
3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
So in the first category, woman was getting healthier, but the man outperformed the woman in the second and third category. Yet, according to this statistic, that's not the case. Men are getting healthier, but men are not getting healthier. So what's going on here? Is this proof that even numbers lie, and we can trust no one in this world? No, numbers don't lie. This phenomena is called the Simpsons paradox. This just proves that even numbers can be manipulated depending on how we present the case. By the means of fraction, men are getting healthier. By percentage, the women are getting healthier. So how do we find the truth? The honest truth is that there is no absolute truth. Even when using the scientific method, numbers can be misled. Everything is relative. We tend to project ourselves onto the world. It's just human nature. If the world is a cruel and ugly place, I don't care about people because people don't care about me. Maybe we're just projecting what we feel inside. The world is ugly because we're ugly. But if the world is a beautiful place with ample opportunity to help people, now that is a world that I choose to believe in. That is my truth. Thank you.